in this I'm going to create the first front end application. Then after completing this front end application, I'm going to create the back end application. First, for that, npm create wheat command is equal to npm create wheat at the rate of latest. We using the wheat, I'm going to create the React application. Using the wheat bundler, I'm going to create the React application. Here I'm going to give the project. I'm going to give the front end CRUD app. Front end CRUD app. I'm going to take the here, select the framework called React, select the variant called JavaScript. I'm going to take, go to the front end CRUD app, CLS, install the dependencies using the npm install Tailwind CSS, installation guide for the React. Go to the Tailwind CSS and go to the get started and go to the framework guides. We are using the React is the bundler for our React for developing the React application. Go to the Vite, click on the Vite. In this Vite, first we are going to do these things like create this application, then install the Tailwind CSS, post CSS, and auto prefixer. For that, dependencies is installed complete. Installation of dependencies is completed. Code. So go to the front end app. In this, install the this Tailwind CSS. Paste this. I'm going to remove this one. Install install this one also. Initiate this one also. Think we got it. Okay, initiated. And next go to the browser and do this one. Do this in the content. Here, go to the front end code app and go to the tailwind.config.app.js. Here, replace that. This save this page and add this into the index.css src folder index.css. Remove this content and paste here, and in the app.css also remove these assets, or you can leave with these assets, no problem. Remove this content also, and in the app.jsx remove this content. Import, I'm going to import React from the React. In this const app equal to arrow function return div hello React CRUD operations. Hello React CRUD operations. Export this. Export default app. Go to the main.js. Here we are accessing that app and we are rendering that app into the browser. If you go to the once again command prompt, clear the screen, npm run dev. run dev. It is running. Go to the browser, go to the localhost 5173. It is not running. Okay, hello React CRUD operations. Inspect this console here, not any there. No console we have used here. First, we are going to create the app. First, we are going to create the services folder. In the services, we are going to create the post API. First, I'm going to create one folder called here new folder service or services. You can make it as a. In this, I'm going to create post.api.js. I'm going to create here import Axios. Before importing the Axios, we are going to install the must and should install the Axios. I'm going to terminate my application and npm install Axios. There is a documentation have in the npm org, npm js org. In this, you can type the Axios. Axios is a promise based. Actually, if you want to read this, you can read this documentation. It is a promise based. Axios is the promise based HTTP client for the browser and Node.js. You can refer this how to install and how to use the here you can use like can get this get like get we have discussed about the get post and put delete methods. Like this we are going to do, but somewhat different we are going to do in this application, not like this. For that I'm going to in the services page I have created the post.api.js. In this I'm going to first import my Axios. From the Axios I'm going to create here one variable called API Axios dot create. In this I'm going to it will take the one image one object called. In this object contains the base URL. Here base URL is here in first of all I'm going to use the JSON placeholder. Then I'm going to replace after creating my Node.js application and after testing my Node and Express.js application. Same what actions here we are performing using the JSON placeholder, then same actions I'm going to replicate in the Node and Express.js also. Yeah, actually that is the Node JSON placeholder is someone is developed that application, but we are going to develop our own application. We are going to develop our own Node.js application and we are going to access that application API using here. After first I'm going to develop using this JSON placeholder. Then after completion of this I'm going to uh, use my Node.js application. I'm going to instead of this I'm going to recreate the same application using the Node and Express.js. First I'm going to use my base. In this base const get method const get post equal to here I'm going to create method return then API dot get of slash post. Here we are going to get the all the post get all post get all sorry get method. This is the get method. Here in this method we are going to get all the post get all post. If you want to see this I'm going to my to remove this one, remove the CSS also. In the app.css remove this one also. Go to the my app.jsx here In this src folder, create the component called, create the one folder called components. In this, create the one file called post.jsx. Post.jsx. In this, import react, import react, import react, const post equal to return, then div return h1, then div return h1, then h1 here, hello post page, and export this one, export default post. Go to the app.jsx. If you see my application with, I think I have stopped maybe. Go to clear the screen, cls, npm run dev. Okay, npm run the this. Actually, it is showing the hello react CRUD operations. Instead of here, I'm going to replace this one. My post is coming from the dot slash component slash post. I'm going to name it as a, I'm going to create one, name it as a main section, main section, here. I'm going to create here post coming from the dot slash component slash post. If you go to the browser, see hello, hello post page. Hello post page is coming from the, this post.jsx. You can delete now. You can remove that one, and we can handle this one, and you can remove this one also. I'm going to create here post. Here id create section post. First I'm going to get all the posts. For that, first I'm going to create one state variable here, add, sorry, data. I'm going to data set data. Use state, I'm going to hook. I'm going to use this use state hook. It contains the empty array. Then I'm going to use the use effect hook for, will take the callback function comma dependency array. I'm going to get the post. Get post. Get all post. Get all post. Post. I'm going to access this API. Access this API here. Const response await. I'm going to use the await of accessing this. You can use the promise based also, using the then catch also, or we can use the async and await also. I'm using here await. Get post coming from the, not all post, get post. If you want to use this get post to use, actually I may not here export this one, export here get post. It's coming from the dot slash services stars post dot API. Here you can use the Why it is triggering the error means it is triggering the some red lines means await expression only allowed within the async function, and at the top of the level of the module you have to mention the async. Here you have to mention the async, then it will be gone. If you want to see this response, console.log of response, you will able to see in your console. Come here and refresh this. It is getting use state is not defined. Maybe use state not imported here. Come here and once again refresh this application. See, I'm getting the data here in the form of object. In the form of object, why two times I'm getting means because of strict mode is on. Strict mode, go to the my application in the main.jsx file. You can remove this strict mode also, but I'm not going to remove this strict mode. I'm going to left with the strict mode. Go to the post.jsx. In this, if you want to access the data also, come here and log the response.data. You can do like this also. Go to my browser and you can trigger once again. See, 100 objects are getting. If you see this data, it is present inside this response.data. It is contains the 100 objects. This is the user ID, title and body part. I'm going to use this. I'm going to remove the one of them and I'm going to set this data into the is response dot data. I'm collecting into the my state. After collecting, you can if you want to here you can the post page. Hello post, leave it the hello post page. Here I'm going to create one div application. I'm going to name it as a section 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 post. Here I'm going to create data dot map for rendering the all this. In this I'm going to take curl element, current element. In this I'm going to destructure the elements. It contains the ID, title and body part equal to curl element, sorry, current element, and return that. I'm going to return using the JSX. You can use the instead of here I'm going to take instead of div I'm going to take ul. Here I'm going to use the li. Here I'm going to use here I'm going to use the two divs. One div is for section for content. In this content contains the two things. One is the parent of title. If you want, you can make it as a b. Bold title, and second one is the my title. My title is coming from the data. Second p element, second paragraph is body, or you can take the news also. I'm going to take the news, and this one I'm going to take the body. Next one is that div id. Here I'm going to take section btn buttons, or you can take btns or btn. In this button two things have One is the button I button delete and up, button edit. Instead of the update, I'm going to take the edit. See, if you see this, it looks like a some clumsy and ugly also. If you do the CSS in the, I'm going to take the CSS from the JSX app.jsx. Here you can use the classes called full 100% with full and flex. I'm going to take justify center and items center and justify center and items center and justify center and items center in this post. Come to in this application, take the class with 90% with 90% with 90%. It comes to the closest, it just is there. And here come to the here, I'm going to the here, give some margin top and bottom. I'm going to take some 4 here in this also, here also hello post page. So text center and increase the text 3xl and font semi bold and change the color from green sorry, text green 600. Here also change this, here also color if you want, plus the every list bg gray 500 and take some gap uh, grid. I'm going to take, okay, instead of here in this class only I'm going to take grid grid column grid column 3. When this grid column 3 will gives in the large, in the medium grid columns 2 only, or in this and the other devices like small and in the small and like extra small, like in small, it will go show in the one line. If you want to see this, you can see to why it is not showing. Okay, it is showing like this, or give the some gap also. Here gap is 3 pixel, sorry, 3 rm. Give some padding also. Padding instead of here, I'm going to give the padding here. In this here padding 4 pixel and px 4 pixel and p by 2 pixel. See, and change here content. Give the in the content here, give the text white, text white. In the here also give the class called show. Here I'm going to give paragraph text px Here, I think here not required, but here in the buttons it is required px3 and py2. The same this button also px3 and py2. And next bg green bg green 400 and rounded MD. And when I am over, it is change it to text white. Change it to text white. Give some padding here in the top and two. One it is required. One sufficient. Okay. Same here also. BG red instead of this red 500, red 400, rounded MD and over text white. Say over text white and give some gap. Yeah, how to give the gap here between two things? Okay, margin ml right to ml right to, and in the here also give some rounded corners in the list. Rounded MD. Okay, see, it is looks like that. If you want to see this, poster view. So I have did the rendering the post. If you want to refresh also once again, see posts are getting. So each cell have the unique key. If there is a warning we are getting in this key, I'm going to take ID. If you once again refresh this application, see, I'm getting the all the posts. See, if you want to see ID number also in this, where is that? Here P P in this, I'm going to take the ID dot. See, once again refresh this application. We are going to see this 1, 2, 3 up to 100. Up to 100. 100 posts are visible. This is the get the all the posts using the get API in the using the Axios. In the next session, we are going to see the how to post and how to update and how to delete the posts. That's all, friends. If you like my content and if you like my explanation, please like and subscribe my channel and support my channel.